Hello, hello, hello. I hope we are live. I'm gonna take a second, make sure sound is hopefully okay. Take a second, make sure. I think we're good. Hopefully the background music is not distracting. The first couple of times I had it way too loud and it was so distracting. So hopefully it's better this time. I just wanted to make a super quick check-in with you guys and chat with you guys and show you one of my finished objects and my plans for this object that I hope to finish pretty soon. So let's switch over. I put my puppy over here and show you guys my hippo that is just covered in so many like fuzzies and pieces of polyfill and kitty hair and all that stuff. I have my lint roller somewhere. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about like lint rolling it a little bit, but I'll do that later. So I finished my hippo a little bit ago, and I thought it looked a little plain. So what I wanted to do was actually to give it a little outfit. Move my microphone over a tad. So I had this yellow variegated cotton yarn, and it is sugar and cream. And the color, I cannot read that. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it close and maybe you can see. I'm not sure. Soleil, I guess, maybe? Soleil ombre? Not sure. But it's a nice, really pretty yellow color. I love how it worked up. And once I had actually bought this color because I wanted to make like an amigurumi bee project, but I thought it looked really nice with the purple. So I decided that I wanted to make a little outfit. So I cannot freehand anything crochet yet. That's kind of one of my goals. I hope that I will be able to freehand some projects, design my own, but I cannot. But I knew I wanted to have a little outfit. So I thought that I could use a baby outfit because it's like, you know, a stuffed animal. I thought if I got like a baby outfit that would work. Well, I found this really cute one. And it is a boho vest for a baby. And I loved the pattern. I loved how it had fringes on it and everything. I don't know if you can see the little fringes. And I love the look of it. And I kind of... My hippo's chunky. Like, she's a chunky girl. And I didn't know if this vest was actually going to fit. So, in my head, my plan was that this vest would cover her belly. But you can see my girl's she's a little thick. So yeah, it's not covering. But I honestly kind of like it. The back I think looks really good. Oops, getting all tangled up. I love how the back looks. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I'm really happy. Like, I think it's a nice fit on the back. I like how the sleeves are. Even though it's not actually supposed to have sleeves, I think it does look like sleeves. So I like how that came out. I love the little fringes at the bottom. It just doesn't cover her belly. So at first I was thinking, like, you know, if it doesn't fit her, once I finish my doggy, I'll add it to the dog. But honestly, I kind of like that it's too small. Like, she's a hippo. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you. That makes me feel better because I thought it was a little bit too small, but you know, the more I look at it, I kind of like it because she's a hippo, so it makes her look extra chunky. She's a hippo. She's supposed to be chunky. And the reason I wanted her to have an outfit was because when I was crocheting this, I had so many gaps in the stitches where my decreases were, and I wanted something to cover that up. So my plan was to have the vest cover that, but since it's too small, those are still there. So then I had some lays just from, you know, whatever, laying around in my closet, so I thought, well, I could just give her a lei and give her, like, she'll be my little Hawaiian kind of outfit. So I kind of thought that was cute. Like her to have the hippo, like to have a sweater. I guess, I don't know how that goes together, but in my head it goes together. So her little sweater and her little lei. But when I was putting the lei on, I thought it also kind of looked cute on her head. So I can't decide if I like her to have her lei, you know, as like a little headband, or if I like it as a necklace. I don't know. Or I guess I could just kind of like switch it back and forth based on how I feel, but let me know. And these flowers are, this is like from the Dollar Tree. So it is leaving all these little leftover fuzzies. Put those to the side so I can back that up later. But yeah, but that's okay. So yeah, so I'm kind of just thinking, hopefully someone can help me out with that. If you think it's cuter with, oh, thank you, Iris. Thank you so much. So I can't decide if I like it as just as a necklace, or do I like it on her head as like a headband. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas which way you think it looks better, like does it look better like this around her so she has a little outfit with her little lei, or if you think it looks better if she wears it around her head. So I don't know. So I'm gonna just put her to the side for a bit. Pretty happy with her. I like her. She's wonky. Her tail is so crooked. But I put it through the sweater, one of the holes in the sweater, and whatever. You know, it's crooked. Everything I make is weird. So I would prefer it as a necklace, but it looks adorable either way. Thank you, Sarah! Yeah, I think I am leaning a little bit more towards the necklace, especially because it covers up all of my gaps in the stitches too. But then her head is a little bit, I don't know, there's just not a lot going on up here, so maybe I could make her like a little hat or something to go with it, a little sun hat. Have her in vacation mode. I think that could be kind of cute. So yeah, so I'm going to put her to the side. Can you stay in frame at all? I need to kind of change my camera because I feel like my desk space is really tiny, and that's just because I keep adding more decorations. But yeah. Oh, I'm getting so many of these fuzzies everywhere. I can always clean that later. So this is actually, I started this dog project before I started the hippo. The hippo was my jury duty project. I just took that because I just needed something to keep me busy while I was waiting on jury duty. But this was the one I had actually started before. And honestly, when I started this project, I didn't like it. I did not like how the colors were working up. But once I got the ears on, like, I love it. I think I like how this one came out a lot better than my hippo. And I didn't plan any of the color changes. Like, it was a variegated, waving, like a, I guess color, are they waves? They're not like, the colors change after a long length. They're not like a quick change. So I didn't think about it. I didn't plan it out at all. I just grabbed it and started going. And somehow the muzzle of the dog, it just lined up perfectly. It made the muzzle dark, and the rest of the head just turned out light. And I don't know, I just thought that was like really, how did that happen? Not planned at all. So the parts that are this dark brown, this is actually a different one, a different color. This is just a Karen 1 pound, and the pattern called for the ears, the nose, the mouth, and each of the arms and the legs to have a different color. And wasn't quite sure if I wanted to use a lighter color for that, but once I kind of thought about it, I liked the dark color better. So I am happy I went with the dark color. Yeah, so he's been sitting here a while. All the pieces are crochet. Ow! I just stabbed myself. I knew I was going to do that. I've had these like pins, like sharp. I had bought these for to weave in my ends. I thought they were yarn needles, but They're too thin for me to actually fit my yarn through there, but they work perfect for like holding on pieces because they're long. But I leave them up, like I leave them on my desk like this. So when I put my hand down, I do that all the time. And I was like, I'm not going to do that again. I've done it too many times. But I'm going to put these away so I don't keep doing that. And I only see 3 of them, which kind of worries me because I had 4 out. You know what, another thing I do that's horrible? I leave the pins in the project. They like end up like sinking down in here and I don't see them. So I always have to go through like really carefully and just squish it just barely. So in case there's a needle hiding in here, I can feel it. Because I am missing one right now and I don't know what I did with it. I have this one here, but this is my yarn needle for sewing these up. Alright, I don't know where that went. Ah, that's not good. So I'm gonna have to look around and find that, because I don't want that lying around. I can do that after. Yeah, so I have all the pieces crocheted, and I thought I would just check in with everyone. And while I'm checking in, right, buddies, you guys can stay over here together. I brought in a bag of stuffing. I have a really big box of this in my closet, the polyfill, and I usually just grab a grocery bag. This one is Grocery Outlet, which is my favorite place to shop because it's cheap. They have great stuff, lots of organic, all that stuff. And yeah, so I just fill up a shopping bag with a whole bunch of polyfill, set it down next to me, and start stuffing. So yeah, so that's what I thought I would do today. It's gonna be a really quick stream. I really wanted to just kind of check in with everyone, see what you guys are up to, what projects you're working on, all that fun stuff. Had such a great time, especially yesterday. Just getting to chat with you. So much fun yesterday. It's my Apple pen, so I think I'll just I'll use that. It actually works really well for stuffing things. Alright, so the arms and the legs are a different size, I'm guessing. Okay, these are the arms. These are both legs. They look quite different size. So my puppy is going to have one leg that is a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. Most projects I make, they are wonky, and I just embrace that. I have been thinking a lot about what I want to make next, and I have 2 things now. You know, my first idea, or my first thing I wanted to do, was I just wanted to make some small amigurumi. Like some really just small things, like sets of things that kind of match but in different colors. Like I wanted to make some apples and have them, you know, have them all be different colors. You know, like my red apple, my green apple, pink apple, like just all different colors. And I thought that'd be really cute because I could line them up somewhere. And then I kind of wanted to do some whales that are like rainbow. So like really small whales, and just make each one like a different color, so I have all the colors of the rainbow. And I thought that would be super, super cute. But yesterday, really nice, I got to chat with Kathy. Hopefully I didn't mess up your name this time. Kathy. And she showed me this picture of a rectangle granny square. And it is beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. It's like a different variegated turquoise with cream. And it is, I love it. Oh, I'm putting a little too much in here. I keep forgetting they're not stuffed all the way to the top. So they're kind of flat, the legs. So they're a little bit flat under the project. I think I need to take out a little bit more. I think that's good. I'm not gonna sew this one up quite yet. I'm gonna wait until I stuff both legs to try to get them a little bit more even, hopefully. Yeah, but yesterday I got to see that beautiful rectangle granny square blanket, and you know, at first I wasn't really in the mood for doing blankets because it's so hot. Like, today was only, I think, 89, and this was a nice cool day for us. Like, yeah, 89, but it's gonna be above hundreds pretty much the rest of the week. So blankets have not been something I want to work on, but after seeing that one, I am getting in the mood for making a blanket. Like, I want to do a granny square blanket. And I've never done one that's actually a rectangle shape. Like, I've done granny square blankets, but they've always been a square. So, yeah. I think I might be starting a blanket. Okay, so these are totally different sizes. But I think once I stitch them on, I think I missed a row on this one, or I added a row to this one, but they're totally different sizes. But I don't think it's going to really matter once I stitch them on, because I'm going to stitch them on Cricut anyway, so yeah. Make sure I don't have too much at the top. I think this one needs a little bit... I keep forgetting that I have to, like, leave the top of them flat. So yeah. So, it's kind of hard to see all the stuffing. But yeah, so the legs are going to be stitched under him, like that. So let's put these, I'll just leave you right there. And then I have the arms. So the same way, the arms are going to be a little bit flat at the top. His legs look so little. I think I need to space them apart a little bit. It looks like he has these tiny little legs. Which is funny because my dog, I don't have any dogs now, but I used to have 5 dogs. And they were all senior dogs that I had adopted from the shelter. And one of them, her name was Sheba. And I don't know what she was, like, officially, but I think she was half poodle and half schnauzer. But her body was shaped exactly like a sausage. Like, it was a thick, like, she was a big dog. Like, her body was huge. But she had the tiniest, shortest legs. Like, it was just, I loved her so much. But she's just like this giant, enormous body on these just tiny, tiny, short legs. And like everyone who would see her, you know, they would comment on that because it's just like she's a sausage on these like little tiny legs. And she had like the deepest voice ever. Like, if you didn't see her, you thought I had something like a mastiff behind the door. And it would be so funny because, like, you know, when the postman or like a new delivery person would come by, and she would bark at them. She was so friendly, but, you know, she liked to mess with people on like, when she could get away with it. Like, if you would run from her, she was gonna mess with you. But yeah. So like, whenever I would get a new delivery person, they would hear her bark, and they would run. Like, they wouldn't even drop my packages. They would just turn around and run. And then I would open the door and be like, hey, and they would look down and see the dog that was barking, and they're like, oh, that's what was barking. I love that dog so much. Like, my Sheba, oh, loved her. I loved all of my doggies, but yeah, they were all seniors and loved them all. Had them for many years, even though they were old when I got them. You know, we had so many amazing years together, and I'm so happy. And now I'm a crazy cat lady, so no more dogs, but a million cats, so that's okay. Speaking of animals, that was pretty much my day today. I cleaned all the animals. I got up pretty early, and I don't know, I woke up around 5, and I kind of just laid in bed, relaxing. And I got out of bed about 6 o'clock, and immediately I just started cleaning the pets. So I started off with my guinea pigs, clean them up, and I use fleece for them. I don't use bedding anymore. I like the fleece because I can just shake everything off in the trash, and it's just so much easier to clean than like the paper bedding, and the paper bedding is so expensive. Like when I had rabbits when I was a kid, I would use like the paper bedding, and it's like tripled in price. Like it's just, I can't afford that. That's just too much. So that's why I got into using the fleece, and actually I love the fleece so much better. There's no smell. It's so easy to clean. So that's really my preference. You know, I had to clean, I have a chinchilla too. Cleaned him up. Had to clean all the cat supplies up, so wash all of their dishes. I call it their crunchy bar. It's just where the area that I feed them in. I like to put different flavors. And they have like their waters, different water fountains for them to drink out of, water bowls and everything. And I call it their crunchy bar because it's just, you know, it's their little area. Let's see. I think I put a little too much at the top of these too. I think I want them to actually be a little bit flatter at the top. I don't want him to look like he works out too much. I want him to be I don't want him like be all looking bulky, and I want him, you know, I want him to have a cute look. Like a, so can't have his shoulders too big. Let's see. Do I like this? No, I think that's pretty good. I don't, yeah. Let's see, are they even-ish? I feel like this one has a tiny bit more, so let's take a little bit out of this one. Put down. How do we feel? Alright, I think that's going to be pretty good. So let's put this back into my baggie. So I'm curious what everyone else is working on. What kind of projects do we have going in the crochet community out there? I know I want to do my blanket, but I'm trying to decide what color. Because I like using variegated, and I have a few, but I've been doing mostly amigurumi, so I've only been buying like two, I never say this word right, two skeins, two balls of yarn of each color, because it's just, I don't need nearly as much. It's getting dark. I know I should probably turn on my lights, but I might just leave it. It's so warm, so it feels, I don't know, it feels cooler when I have the lights off. So yeah, so I've been trying to think, like, if I make this granny square, I want to do something that's bright, because, I don't know, you can tell behind me I have this one, it's not a granny, well, I guess that is a granny square. But I like the bright colors, and I don't have a lot of any yarn right now that is, like, super bright. So right now, for this piece, the arms and the legs, I like to sew the tops together before I stitch them on. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, it's just how I've been doing it, so just keeping, I don't know, just how I do it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just, I have so much polyfill everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just sew together the tops of the arms and the legs. And that's gonna be it for me today. I just wanted to kind of just check in a little bit, see how you guys are doing, tell you that I want to start another project, which is a blanket in 100-degree weather. Tracy! What are you working on? I'm working on a two-color... Oh, you're doing a cardigan! Oh, she's gonna be 2! Oh, happy birthday to her! Oh, a cardigan! You know, I was... Oh, you're gonna make me want to do another project. Okay, I was just browsing YouTube this morning, and I don't know, I saved it so I can look at it again, but it was a pattern for an adult cardigan that was a granny square, and What was it? Oh, there was that one too, and there was also a dress. Okay, there's two. They're by the same designer, and one of them is like, I guess it's not a cardigan because it's sleeveless and it has a hood on it and it's a granny square and it's so cute. And then there's one that is like, you can either make it like just a tank top or make it long and turn it into like a dress. Oh, it's so cute. And I've never made a wearable before. So I'm wondering, Tracy, like how do you wash your wearables? Like, because I'm worried that I'm gonna ruin it. Like, I'm gonna put all this effort into it, and then I'm gonna ruin my wearable. And I know it wouldn't, because I washed my blankets. Like, I just toss those. Like, I use cheap thread. Like, I don't buy any, like, fancy thread. I buy what's on sale. And regardless of what the washing care instructions say, I just dump it into the washer. Like, I might put it, like, on delicate, but it just gets dumped into the washer. So, I don't know, but I'm afraid that it's gonna ruin it if I try to wash a wearable. So you should maybe make make me one too. Oh, it's working up fast. One hexagon. Really? So one hexagon is one side. So you just make... Okay, I'm trying to think, like... How does it turn into... Oh, okay. I'm trying to think, like, in my head, like, how does this turn into a cardigan? Oh! Okay, I get it. That took me a second. I'm like, wait, how do you do? So you're gonna make one for yourself, too. That's cool. So, like, is it the same pattern? Like, or do you have to, like, find one that's, like, designed for adults, or does it, like, give you, like, the different size measurements? You know, that would be a good project, I think, like, if I do start with a wearable, because I like making granny squares anyways, so even if I can't get them together to form the cardigan, I mean, I could just turn them into some blankets. What colors are you using for those, Tracy? So, what's it on? Oh, that's actually a really good idea. A lingerie bag, yeah, that would totally help me. That would make me feel better, because I don't want to ruin my... If I have a wearable, I don't want to ruin that. So dry on cool or lay flat to dry. Okay, dry and cool. Yeah, that makes sense too, because I don't want to melt my project. That would definitely be something I did too. I did ruin in the wash a latch hook rug. Come back. Drop the doggy tail. Yeah, so this is my little doggy tail. Yeah, so I used to make a lot of latch hook rugs, and I still do like doing that. Just the kits, everything has gotten so expensive. Like, everything used to be cheap, but now it's expensive, and I haven't found any, like, at the thrift stores, because most of my latch hook rug kits I actually got, they were new at the thrift store, so yeah, much better prices. But I did ruin one, because I like how they look after they've come out of the wash, because it makes all of the, you know, it makes all of the yarns, like, fluffy, and it just makes a better rug. And I don't know what happened, but normally I wash these no problem. But for one of them, I put it in the wash, and the whole, like, the, you know, like the grid fabric thing that you attach the pieces of yarn to, that totally came apart, and it just was like a mess of pieces of rug everywhere. So yeah, I wasn't quite happy about that, because I had just finished it, and as soon as I finished them, I had been just throwing them through the wash to make them fluffy. So I ruined my rug as soon as I finished it, which is kind of hurtful. But yeah, so hopefully it would be nice if I could find another latch hook rug project, because I do love doing those. Make perfect. Oh, puffy. Oh, puffy sleeves, light pink. Oh, you're using the teal too. Nice. You know, I love, like, the turquoise and the teal colors a lot. And, you know, pink, that's my color. Pink is my favorite color. Pink and lime green, like, oh, those are my colors. And then my third top color, it's like turquoise. I don't know, it's teal and turquoise. I don't know. I know they're probably different, but in my brain, I think they're the same. Same group of color. Yeah, so I have the arms and the legs done, and the tail. So, last thing to do, I just need to attach these. But honestly, I think right now I'm kind of just not... I'm not in the mood for attaching, and I'm very messy with sewing pieces together anyways, so I kind of got to make sure that when I'm ready to attach pieces, I definitely have to make sure I'm in the mood for it, because they're going to be wonky anyways, and if I'm not in the mood, they are going to be super duper wonky. I still don't know where that lost sewing needle went, so hopefully once I turn on the lights, I'll eventually find it. She has a... check. Fashion knit Kelsey. I wonder if that's the one I looked at. I'm wanting to Google. Where's my iPad? Hold on. One sec. Alright. Let me Google that. Let me look on YouTube. Knit Kelsey Granny. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know this one. All right, let me subscribe. Ooh, oh, I like that. Oh, I don't think I should have looked at looked at her stuff, because I see a lot of cute stuff. Okay, there it is. So the Granny hexagon cardigan, no sew. Ooh. I do like that. So, oh, and full plaid bucket hat. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff I like. Ooh, she has a lot of wearables. A pumpkin hat. Watermelon top. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I need to, like... I'm gonna be checking out her videos tonight. Oh, I have so much YouTube to watch tonight. Like, all of my favorite YouTubers, like, have all posted videos. And now, I have even more to watch. Like, there's some cute stuff on there. Oh, thank you! I'm sorry. No problem. You know, I love crochet, so anything that has anything to do with crochet, yeah. Oh, so... I'm gonna be in a granny square mood. I need to embrace it. Because Kayla's doing... I hope she releases it tomorrow, because she was saying, like, she's releasing some secret project that has 2 granny squares. And, you know, anything that she she makes is going to be cute, and I'm going to follow it. So I'm going to have to do my granny squares for that. And I didn't want to start them first, because I want to see what the project is before I pick my colors. And then I want to do the granny square blanket, because, I mean, granny squares are fun. And now I want to do a granny square cardigan. So yeah, it's going to be a granny square mood for me. I might as well just embrace it. And I don't know, granny squares are just so relaxing. Like, I don't have to worry about counting stitches. It's just those groups of 3, that's just relaxing, and it's easy to watch stuff while doing it, listen to stuff. Yeah. So Tracy, it was so great chatting with you, and Iris and Sarah. Thank you guys so much for just spending the afternoon with me. It always makes my day so much nice when I get to chat with someone about crochet, because, you know, I don't have anyone around me who likes crochet. So, you know, people will try to listen a little bit about crochet, but I mean, come on, after like 5 minutes, they're like, okay, talk about something else. So it's just nice to be around people who love crafting, who love crochet and love all the other crafts, because I can't think of a craft I don't like, honestly. Like, I will try anything. Oh, you're doing it too, so you made your 2 grannies. Nice. That's what got me making it. That's what got you making it. Same colors. Oh, nice. They're using the teal and light pink. I like those colors. I know mine are probably going to be pink too. Yeah, there's just, oh, it's just nice being around people who like crochet and like can understand why it is so exciting to just talk about thread, like to talk about yarn and my crochet hooks. Like, it's amazing. I love it. So it is about 8:17 here in Southern California. So I'm gonna take off. I just realized I have not made my dinner yet. I'm going to make dinner and then I'm going to relax and watch me a ton of yarn YouTube. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful night, wonderful day, whenever you're watching this. And as always, thank you so much for just checking out my videos. It blows me away just to see that people are willing to subscribe to me. There's already so much amazing yarn content already out there. And for someone to, go ahead, even all that amazing stuff exists, and just to have someone be willing to subscribe to me, it means so much to me. So thank you so much. Ooh, it is late there, Tracy. All right, good night. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.